hello. All right, I was just getting the game posted everywhere, or the stream posted up everywhere. Let's pull it up, kill the music. Actually, I'm gonna kill it over here, because that's the appropriate spot. How's everybody doing? Yesterday, I noticed that the sleep code in Cataclysm was really, really unoptimized, like really bad. And when you're sleeping, a lot of time is passing really quickly. And your sleep status is being checked every second. And so that creates what's called a tight loop, like where a lot of code is just being run over and over again. And so you want to make sure that all the code in there is not really processor intensive, right? So I found there was a bunch of like unnecessary math being done. There was RNG functions, which are pretty slow. Um, so I I did a bunch of work to clean that up and fix that, and it was working when I tested it. I tested it a lot, and then I posted it, and I went to bed, and I woke up today, and people are like, "My character fell asleep forever and died of dehydration." So I don't know what's wrong with that, but just or people in complete darkness being told that there's too much light. I gotta figure out what's going on there. The rakish sage was trying to read a romantasy novel and it defeated them. Well, like rakish is like the most romance novel coded word, right? If you're not aware, rake is like a 17th century term for like somebody like a usually a fella who's frequently in and out of his breeches. Nate the Rake. What's Nate the Rake? Is that something? This is Fallout 4's lead writer once posted about how he likes to think that the guy laughing as the Canadian and gets executed in the Fallout 1 intro is Nate, the male NPC, the male PC from Fallout 4. And that's very funny. The maple leaf is a Canadian symbol, so Nate is raking the leaves. I get it, I get it. That was such a funny moment. And like, that would have been a better game. Like, imagine if you were playing as like a horrible war criminal and who, you know, you believed in everything the US was doing because you were, you know, blinded by the whole, you know, sort of jingoistic attitude that was going on, and then you get cryo frozen and you wake up 100, 200 years later and everything's ruined by the ideology you believed in. Like, you step out into the ruins and the first thing you would be prompted to think was like, oh, we did this. Like, this was... That would have been great, right? Where's that game? And then also you could have been like, no, actually, the Chinese did this. It's their fault. We were right. You know. Operation Anchorage, seeing how bad it is, then go home. That would have been cool. Yeah, and that happens in the Fallout show. We see that the Walton Goggins' character fought at Anchorage. It's a great scene. Like, it's a... That show is silly. It's not like a show you can take very seriously. And a lot of people who take, especially New Vegas, very seriously are like, oh, the show's dumb. It's like, yeah, it's Fallout. Of course it's dumb. Like, that's what Fallout is. And they're like, everybody, where's the, hold on, I'll just make it. I'm using a meme generator to make a meme. Good lord, it's a tiny file. Here we go. And this is how I feel. Like, so New Vegas is a great game. I love New Vegas. It was a lot of fun. I think I only did like one full playthrough. and I played through the Big MT, I played through Honest Hearts. I don't think I did the other one or two that there are, where you go to the Sierra Madre, and I think there's another one. Or maybe the other one was just the Gun Runners, which I did have. But you know, lots of neat ideas, lots of cool things talked about, lots of neat little vignettes and cool characters. Which one? Okay, Dead Money is where you go to Sierra Madre. Yeah, I know it's the best one. I know it's the best one, Randall. I don't. I think Ulysses is a pretty dumb character. He really has that vibe of like the developer's favorite character. And on one hand, I kind of respect them leaning into that, but I don't know, he comes across as like just such a butthead. The bear and the bull. Chris Avellone character. Yeah, but usually Chris Avellone characters are less like... They'll only be like up on their own shit if they're like an old lady. In which case she's earned it and let her have it. Like Kreia has a bunch of stupid philosophies that don't make any sense, but like she's like 400 years old. Like what you just kind of got to let old ladies be, right? But the show, every actor in the show is having a blast. They're all there's a lot of great actors, a lot of really weirdly attractive actors. The lady who plays Lucy is really beautiful. What is her name? She's really young too. She is played by Ella Purnell. I think she was she like 19 when the show started or something? Anyway, really pretty lady. Walton Goggins I love. He's wonderful. God, I'm trying to watch the show. Stop with the eye candy. I get it. She's going places, cutest eyes. Yeah. Every time I see Walton Goggins do commercials on TV, since his character hates doing commercials on the show, yeah, I laugh too. That's really funny. I forget what he was doing. He was doing one that I was it felt very much like something that his character would be like. God damn it. But on the other hand, you know, get your money, man. Put that voice to work. He's cute. There's like a big crop of like actors who were trying to get somewhere in the industry for like 20, 30 years and only had their breakthroughs in like late Quentin Tarantino movies. Like who is in Django Unchained? Christopher Waltz. Amazing actor. And he was working for years and years and years and just not getting anywhere. Walton Goggins was in Justified, but I don't know that he really had a whole lot of big stuff before that. I'm aware of people who feel a certain way about the Ghoul. I can see why. I didn't like the character design when I first saw him, because I was like, what, that's just a hot guy with no nose and like a skin problem. But when I found out, like when I watched the show, it really works because that's what he's supposed to be, this ridiculous figure, right? Like he's a TV cowboy who has become a real cowboy, which kind of fits with Raoul, right? Kind of reminds me of Raoul a little bit. Hot guy with a skin problem would. Yeah, well, I mean, he puts Ella Purnell on a leash and goes fishing with her, so yeah, okay. So it's such a funny scene. And like that creature, as far as I know, is unique to the show, and it's exactly the kind of thing you want to see in Fallout. You don't want to see like oh, it's a Deathclaw, oh, it's a Yao Guai, oh, look at that, you know, just get some new stuff. There's supposed to be all sorts of crazy crap. The revolver's a bit much, but it's also Fallout, so why not? What was the revolver? What was he using? I don't remember him having a super weird gun. I thought he just had like a Let me look. Goggins gun follow. Okay, I got a funny screenshot to show. Where's like the gun Wikipedia? I guess they wouldn't have it for I guess they wouldn't have it for like fake guns. There's like a gun wiki that like documents every single firearm that appears in a movie or video game or TV show, but it's like for like real guns, not for. Okay, I gotta share this. This is good. I wonder if there are people who are like, just play the fucking game. God, care about Fallout. We'll get to it. Just want to talk about Walton Goggins. I like him. So this made me laugh. Like, there's Nukipedia, the Fallout wiki, and then Walton Goggins, and he's doing like the Tobias Funke headshot pose. But I like that Walton has a Nukipedia entry as if he's a person in the world. Ponderdive says, I like this about as much as Dome Time. Look, if you're not here for Dome Time, if anybody here doesn't like Dome Time, I have some bad news for you about Dome Time. Beloved character actor Walton Goggins, please go on. Caster's mad that I haven't played Dead Money. I have like seen all of it. I've watched people play through it. I know everything that happens in it. I think the it has some of the coolest stuff that you get in the main game. There's a video, was it H-Bomber guy, talking about how the quest where you deal with the white gloves is like the best quest in a Bethesda game, where like they go into how there's like so many solutions for how that quest can go. You can do so many funny things, like every little stupid mechanical trick you would think to try works. Some of it is really jank or leads to a really hilariously bad outcome, but you can do that quest however you want. It is like the best the best example of how to do like open world RPG quests in an action game like that. Girona. And like the guy in the chef in the basement that you can just insult him into quitting, or you just go down there and kill him. Like, there's just so much to it. It's very funny. But it feels like Dead Money, its main quest takes the best of that. Like all the stuff with is it Dean Domino the Ghoul, and like how there are all these little twists and turns. It doesn't have the same like mechanical depth, but it has that. The story has all of those moving parts that you want to see, and I think that's been something we've been seeing here too in Dark Heresy, which is a game that we're gonna play. We're gonna get to it. I just kill him. I mean, it's a cannibal. Whoops. Oh yeah, well, cannibals, if I remember right, you can just cannibalize all of the supposedly unkillable monsters in there, and because when you eat them, it like gives the body so that there's nothing left to come back. Ain't we supposed to be playing Warhammer? There's a real gyrojet gun thing, Lamat revolver. He should just use a damn 4570. Psychoanalyze Philippe. Which Philippe? It's about letting go. Well, it's about letting go, but you can get all the gold out of there. You can put one of your companions into the freezer as a replacement for some reason. It's so fucked. Yeah. All the ways that you can just fuck over Arcade Ganon for no reason. Oh, Chef Philippe. Yeah, oh, right. He's the guy. I like that he's like a celebrity somehow, even though it's Fallout. Like, in what manner are you a celebrity, man? Like, there's no mass media. There's not even like any publishing or television. There's a radio station, but like, it's just an AI playing like 200, 300-year-old songs on a loop. Maybe back west. Yeah, maybe back in like the NCR, but like, if he's a famous NCR chef, what's he doing in Vegas, right? Like, that's nothing. Why is he even still called Arcade Ganon? Is Ganondorf still in the popular consciousness in Fallout? Ganon's a real name. And his name is Arcade, which is also a real name. Johnny Guitar 100 years, yeah. Yeah. There's a song on a Pearl Jam album that I used to listen to a lot. And the song is called Johnny Guitar, and it's about a poster of that's like related to that real song. And I didn't like that song on the album, but it came after one that I did, so I just listened to it a bunch because I listened to the whole album while I was driving. And eventually I was like, fuck yeah, Johnny Guitar. And then it came up in Fallout, and I thought that was very funny. Are we going to stream Fallout New Vegas? No, probably not. It's, we've got a lot of stuff to get around to that I'm more excited to play, like Colony Ship. So I think that's going to be next after this. Dead Money is so much about letting go that there's a feature-length videos about how you can absolutely just keep holding on. It's great, yeah. But I think that you can't, the fact that they let you take the gold out of there if you really figure out some stupid-ass way to do it is very funny. You're so close to the Fallout universe. Let me see this Lamat revolver. That's the Civil War one, right? Yeah, it's the cap and ball. All-out ghoul revolver. What's the ghoul's weapon in the show? It's obviously based on the MTS 225. Is a Russian revolver shotgun fed by a 5-round swing-out cylinder. It's produced by the TSKIB SOO Central Design and Research Bureau of Sporting and Hunting Arms. It's unique in that the forearm extends all the way back into the cylinder. The shotgun is reloaded in a manner consistent with that of most modern revolvers by unlocking the cylinder and swinging it away from the frame. Russians love weird shotguns. Oh, that's cool. I've never seen this. I gotta share this weird gun. It saved it in like a Cyrillic file name, so I hope it doesn't explode the... Okay, no, I think it's fine. So here's the shotgun that the ghoul's revolver is based on. It's got a stock on it. Obviously, that stock comes off. It's it's the top gun. If you really don't know what I'm talking about, the stock on the back comes off. Probably you can get it with a shorter barrel. That's just really cool. Hunt Showdown asking, yeah. What is the recoil on that like? I want to know. Hold on, let's see if it says anything. That's gotta be insane, right? Although no, because with revolvers you get off-gassing from the like gas is expelled from the cylinder, and that often helps a little bit with. Is it 12 gauge? Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, it comes in 12, 20, 28, 32, and 410. So. MTS225 recoil. Oh, it's in Tarkov. Okay. It's so funny. Every time you look up a weird gun, kind of any gun, one of the first results is going to be the Call of Duty wiki. And it's describing the gun in Call of Duty terms, which sometimes has nothing to do with what the gun's like in real life. So you gotta... I'm sure that's like ruining, like ChatGPT. Like somebody's gonna be like, ChatGPT, what's the fire rate of the M249? It's like, oh, it fires 200 rounds per second, and you gotta be careful because other players will see the flash. What? Checking out indiansforguns.com forum. Oh, was there a Nagant revolver? Yeah, I guess, yeah, there was. The little pistol. That's right. I'm getting way sidetracked. Okay, can't find anything about the recoil on the real gun. Probably in a video somewhere. Not gonna care right now. It's gotta be bad though, right? Who really uses 410? 410 comes up a lot in Cyberpunk dreams. Because they're like, oh, when you're just shooting somebody point blank, 410 is fine. And it's quieter, there's low recoil, you can get away from the scene really fast, and it's cheap. But I've never once used a shotgun in that game, so I wouldn't know. You'd think he'd use an American weapon. Actually, that's an interesting point, user. Why is he using a Russian gun? Maybe it's just they were like, rule of cool. We'll just call it an American gun and make it look like that shotgun. Is the other gun in the picture a grenade launcher? I think it might have been, yeah. But they were both like police weapons, so. Alright, so where is... Are we... We still got the gun in front of us. There we go. We're back. There's that RSH-12 gun. Remember, it was used too, and you should add it. Okay, so last time we were dealing with bad grief over here. I mean, the Baron. And we found out that he's actually not as bad as he sounds. Like, he is, like, cutting people up and making public examples of terrible executions, and he's running his entire gang on Gergesum, and they never sleep, and they seem to be overworked and all that. But that's kind of standard fare down here, and his demonstrations, he has said, are only for, like, people who are making themselves fair targets, like stealing from him or whatever. He said he's not going after normal people with this stuff, which means, if he's telling the truth, that he's not involved in the disappearances. And he seems to think the disappearances were set up to implicate him. We found out that he is working for a...
Away from me, upper hiver, or I can't be responsible for what happens.
He is being paid to produce Gergesum, which is sold to the nobles up top. And so this whole sector has gone from it used to be like a food production sector, and that kind of got shut down. Marisportum was just...
Nice boots. Fancy a trade?
I'm trying to stream, man. This whole sector used to be for food production. They would pull up food out of the ocean and process it and send it topside in exchange for just like some bare necessities that kept this area going. That industry collapsed when somebody somewhere just deemed that this was no longer like a necessary or profitable thing to keep going. So they shut down the machines, and the Mechanicus came in and took some of the necessary stuff out, including some of the life support stuff. And people can't just leave. So everybody down here was just going to die slowly. And we saved everybody by dealing with the Mechanicus and convincing them to give us a part that would fix the generator and keep the life support going, which the Baron had us do. So that seems like an all-right guy for a crime lord. And it seems like the disappearance of Millicentilia's workers, which is still the main thing we're investigating, was an attempt to frame the Baron. And he tried to frame the he tried to in turn frame the flock, the flagellants, but they didn't seem to do it either. So still like trying to sort out who's responsible for whatever's happened here. We got a Russian. We have
Why ain't It's your shift on patrol.
Dobry.
I've been
Dnia?
on patrol 3 times already.
Oh, it's
I'm
Ukrainian.
not going
Okay.
again. They can shoot me for all I care.
Greybeard patrolled for 10 turns straight and he
Ukrainian
was
is slightly different from Russian in the way it's
Shout
written.
some, go get some,
It's a
and get
different
to
language, but I
work.
mean the writing is a little bit different, and so
You chug it.
difficult to read. Hello. Okay, where are we going?
My teeth can't hear a thing. And my ears are falling out from that stuff.
My teeth can't hear a thing. Okay. So the Baron claims that a former member of the Flock of Repentance has information about Inquisitor Millicentilia's missing workers. That's right. Meeting Point Lower Town slums at the foot of the technical tower in the marketplace. It's shockingly easy to be an all-right guy by comparison in 40k. Well, so far we haven't met anybody who seemed like just really, really bad. The Sister of Battle is a hardliner and not especially pleasant to talk to, and was like, we barely talked her out of just like
It's a mess
going
with
on a killing spree
people's
down here.
heads some more.
Always on the move.
Get out of the Baron's territory.
We killed one guy who seemed like he was just kind of a sadist, but even he was like one of the more devout people who like knew the Imperial Creed better than we had seen. So, not that that makes you a decent person, but it suggested that he was not operating on like, I'm an evil chaos guy. He was just a dude who thought he was doing the right thing and started having a little too much fun doing it. Wait for the runaway. Okay, cool. We get a map marker. I just want to follow my map markers and objectives. I need a little HUD with a checklist. Okay, and we will save before we go over here. What is this? Is this the autosave symbol? I guess so. Multiple Ukrainians detected. Sorry, I don't speak Italian. Maintenance chambers, pumping stations, and utility pipes are noted surrounding the Servo ossuarium. The Acolytes' warband lies in ambush, watching the slow-moving throng of lower-level denizens from an abandoned structure. The suspect, hereafter the subject, archivists note, is approaching from the residential sections. External description: tattered work clothes, superficial lacerations, a large chemical burn to the face. The subject hesitates, glances around, and appears noticeably agitated. He abruptly breaks into flight and attempts to flee. Vermina follows him. The pursuit is obstructed by local inhabitants who have formed a crowd in a narrow passageway. Visual contact with the subject has been lost. Vermina decides to, and we can, disperse the rabble with commands in the sigil, order the Xenos Psyker to clear a path to the fugitive. These are both no skill check. This one is just because we have we have the Eldar guy with us, Larthier. But we have a 100% awareness check. We may as well take this. This is also thanks to Larthier. And see, it uses like whoever's just best at the thing, like Vermina's best at diplomacy. Larthier, track the subject by following physical traces. Vermina demonstrates skills befitting an acolyte's status and analyzes the subject's route based on indirect evidence. The warband resumes the pursuit and discovers traces of the subject in a passage concealed behind a sheet of plasteel. The warband proceeds through technical structures and utility pipes. The Pict recording shows industrial vats repurposed into fermentation distilleries. Vermina discovers a technical compartment refigured into an oratory to the God Emperor. At the base of a hand-sculpted statue lie 8 severed human hands, all left ones. I forgot that there was a serial killer. Right, there was a serial killer who's been, like, perfectly cutting people up. And that seems different from some kind of a psychic attack that is like a kind of a black hole that just like severs parts from people. Let's order the Augur to smash the partitions blocking the path. The Acolyte's decision allows the warband to emerge from the technical compartments and reestablish visual contact with the subject. Vermina picks up the trail. Ahead, the upper levels of rock-hewn habitats integrated into the Hab Zone's technical systems flash into view. To cover the final stretch of the path, the Acolyte decides to... Hey Mar, why don't you fire a shot in the subject's leg? Ballistics test succeeded. The acolyte fires a shot and effectively reduces the target's mobility. The subject loses his balance and is distracted by tending to his wound, allowing the warband to close the distance. The Rakish sage says, I'm Bulgarian, but I think he's trying to put the moves on the worm. We were just talking about Bulgars. Dome time gets true crimey. Place your bets, people. Is a serial killer a loyal subject of the Emperor or a chaos worshipper? I think I hear a psychic phenomena that perfectly deleted like a spherical hole in the terrain and cut somebody perfectly in half. I hear that, and I think Necron weapons. I think like Necrons have like I think their weapons used to say they were antimatter, and now I think it's just like some kind of thing that nobody understands. But they also have like teleportation stuff that can do things like that. And it would make sense if this was like a tomb world, and that might be related to what the Gargesum is, but I don't know. Necrons don't have psychic powers though, so like they are psychically null. So the subject loses his balance and is distracted by tending to his wound, allowing the warband to close the distance. The picture recording displays the upper levels of the settlement Marisportum. Exhaust aggregates converted into habitation modules and rock-hewn dwellings, supplemented by pedestrian suspension walkways. They use Gauss weapons? That's a solid projectile. I thought they had, like, energy weapons. My money's on an Eldari who studied the blade. His sword makes perfectly spherical cuts. That's a pretty technical move. Unless he's got like a sharpened ice cream scoop. The pict recording displays the upper levels. The elevation of the upper level suggests a prolonged and systematic expansion by the rabble into the Hab Zone's technical tunnels. So we're getting a little bit of a history here. They ran out of room, or the water came up too high, and they had to like start building into the cliff sides, basically, which are where all the like the maintenance stuff is. The warband closes in on the subject. Support cables for the gangways flash across the pict frame. The pursuit escalates into a full-scale chase. The subject is within close range, and the acolyte Epione leaps onto the subject's back to immobilize him. Succeeded. Vermina makes contact with the target. Having suppressed resistance through physical force, the acolyte restrains the subject's hands. The pict recording documents the subject being escorted to one of the technical towers. The frame captures denizens of the Hab Zone who witness the pursuit. Most scatter and make efforts to avoid visual contact. Together with the subject, the warband reaches a blind spot in the upper town. They could have monomolecular ice cream scoops, that's true. Like Melina's waterfowl attack, yeah. Melina. No, that's Millennia. Melina doesn't have a waterfowl attack. Melina just has a little knife. And she's a ghost, she doesn't even have a body. I will deliver to you what is yours. Destined death. Vermina demonstrates professionalism while escorting the subject to the interrogation site. The individual under escort attempts to initiate conversation with the agents of the Inquisition, but is met with refusal. Finally, the acolyte strikes the subject in the abdomen as a preventative measure and commences the interrogation, verifies the absence of surveillance, and proceeds to interrogate the subject. John Smith says, I always get the names mixed up. I think you're meant to. I think that's intended.
You found me. I have nowhere else to run. Do what you must.
At last you managed to take a closer look at the runaway. Red stains spread across his shirt and trousers from abrasions earned in the chase. His face, burned and lumpen, resembles a mass of melted fat. He, in turn, studies you with equal intensity. His gaze lingers on the sigil peeking out from beneath your garments, and his whole frame tenses.
Fine chase, Odvaka. I will gladly take your strands. They will make me swifter.
Let's be nice. Let's start out nice. I didn't come here to kill you. I have a few questions.
I don't think I have a choice.
If he feels surprised, none of it shows on his disfigured face. His bright blue eyes fix you with a look of desperate defiance. What happened to your face? Not what you do. The Baron said you know something about the Flock of Repentance and maybe linked to the disappearance of workers from the excavation.
The missing workers and the flock. So you really weren't going to kill me? though nothing's stopping you from killing me after the interrogation. That's how the Inquisition works.
You speak of the Inquisition as though our methods are known to you.
I've heard stories.
All right. What do you know about Confessor Ursimus?
Confessor Ursimus, he is a preacher, a monster. Words fall short of him. He will listen to your sorrows, grant you hope, and then drive a blade into your back and twist it a few times. It's dangerous to listen to him, but he's impossible to ignore. He thinks himself the equal of a saint, but he would never admit it.
Jabberwocky Superfly says, in 40k, Gauss weapons are directed energy and only Necrons have them. It tears the target apart by breaking atomic bonds. I got some news for you, Jabberwocky. That's antimatter. That's not Gauss. A Gauss weapon is a coil gun. It's a, you get a magnetic projectile and, like a polarized magnetic projectile, and you put it on a, like at the beginning of a series of electromagnetic rings, and you use some kind of a magnetic something, or even just like a physical, just push it, and it start it moving through the path of the rings, and as it moves, each ring takes on it, like comes on as each one goes through it, and the magnet pushes it. And every single one in series pushes it further. Like, so it goes faster and faster and faster. And so the length of the barrel and the amount of energy you can put into the electromagnets pushes the projectile faster and faster. And there's no way you could like make that into an energy weapon, because that's like a physical principle, right? Like, it's only an energy weapon if you're getting that motherfucker up to the speed of light, and at that point, like, you've wasted a lot of energy to do something that you could have just done with a light, like a flashlight. I'm just saying that GW made them directed energy in 40k. Sure. Just as with las guns, it's something where it kind of sticks in my craw when they're like, oh yeah, it's a plasma gun, and then they show it's shooting bullets or something. They don't do, like, their plasma guns are reasonable, but... My favorite trope in this kind of game is having an intrusive thought dialogue option planted in the conversation like a landmine. Yeah, there were a lot of those in Zero Parades, but this one has had, like, a lot of stupid questions that I have been like, I'm not gonna click that, that's a stupid question, and I almost feel like the game has punished me for doing that a little bit.
But you don't want to hear those truths, do you? You would dismiss them as a madman's tale. The truth is this. Confessor Ursimus was not the same after his return from the Silencer Sectoris. Do you know this place? It's not far from here. There was a massacre, and they burnt it down because of it. Ursimus's scars? He brought them back from there.
It's called a Gauss weapon because the AdMech guy who figured out how it worked is like Gaussius or something. Okay, that's fine. Like, that's both funny and kind of in keeping with how 40k works. I'll accept that. They actually almost got the las guns right in the new Helldivers update, but then they fucked up the Melta though. Helldivers is not 40k. Did they add 40k weapons? Like, was there a crossover? Best we have is experimental railguns. No, you can like make a Gauss weapon in your house. They're like not that hard to home build. It's just that it's just like a pellet gun, basically, like a toy dart gun. There's professional ones that have been made that are man portable and could fire fast enough to kill somebody, but it's nowhere near the speed of just like a standard bullet. So it's a lot of faff for no real benefit. Legally, do not make a Gauss gun. I think you might be. It depends on your state and what kind of thing you're building. I have seen a lot of people on YouTube who have made them, so you can look that up. Helldiver's new Warbond is a 40k crossover. They have Cadia armor, a bolter pistol, and a las rifle and a Melta gun. How did they screw up the Melta? What is the Flock of Repentance?
They are the people who lost everything in the First Flood. and who now dread the water's return. For now, they are few, but grief and the sermons of Confessor Ursimus draw in more and more. When someone is lashed with a red-hot rod, it is better to stand on the side that holds the handle.
Shinzo Abe was not assassinated with a melta gun. I'm sorry.
The flock is devoted to Confessor Ursimus. The followers do as he commands. Most often, it's his self-mortification or the torment of another. That is how they repent. The flock believes every woe of Marisportum is his punishment. They do not promise salvation, but they preach submission. Or so I once thought. Now I see fanatics, intoxicated by their own righteousness.
Alright, so this is pretty much what we thought, but when we met Ursimus, this guy is telling us the story of Ursimus like as we imagined that he would be, and then when we met him, he seemed much less monstrous than we had imagined.
Those who serve faithfully are granted ascension by Confessor Ursimus. Those who fear pain, or not inflicted on others, he sends to a sanctuary for re-education.
I don't think the gizmo was 3D printed. It was a it was like a Home Depot shotgun. It was like a couple of pipes, and then it had an electronic system to light the primer. And it was like all stuck on like a 2x4. They were reminiscent of weapons the Yakuza used for assassinations in the 80s, which may be where he got the idea. The police said that he had a number of them in his house, and one of them had like 8 barrels. And I don't want to celebrate a political assassination or make anything like that, but if you're gonna assassinate a guy, don't bring the 2-barrel, bring the 8-barrel one. Like that would have been way more legendary. He went to Home Depot in Japan. Yeah, they got I don't know how to say depot. Or I would have said Home Depot in Japan. But it was like a rust double barrel, if you've seen the gun in that game, except it was electronically fired instead of a slam fire. So the Melta in Helldivers is a video game shotgun nut in laser range. A video game shotgun nut in laser for no range whatsoever. Ghost, that's not parsing. That's not a sentence. You gotta use punctuation and complete sentences, and you need in English you gotta do you need a subject and a verb, and usually an object if you're telling a like a more complex phrase than just a single clause. Yeah, he would activate a coil to trigger the primer. Yeah, it was like it was just like a wire thing that was hooked up to a little battery that would just heat the primer really hot, and then it would go off. I'm not going to tell you how to make a gun on stream. I think the justification for calling it Gauss is they use magnet nonsense to shoot the antimatter particles at the enemy. It's still silly. It is silly, but I don't know, maybe someone called it Gauss at one point and they didn't want to like go back on that. And then also they didn't want to, they seem to be shy about like going all hard sci-fi with how stuff works. The Sanctuary, what is it?
I don't know. Like the others, I thought it was merely a name for the tunnels where the flock dwells. Yet those led away for ascension or re-education were never seen again. The sanctuary lies deeper, not within the tunnels.
What compelled you to join the flock?
Confessor Ursimus performs miracles for his flock. One was healed of a wasting sickness, another of his nightmares. I began to attend the sermons. I wanted to see with my own eyes that the God Emperor had not abandoned us. And I beheld, in the cave, high above Marisportum, a multitude of mutilated bodies. I'd never seen such a thing. Is this his judgment, the Punisher sent by him? will comfort those who have not washed away their transgressions in their own blood. I followed the Confessor so I would not share their fate. I and many others.
Okay, we've got a hidden cave away from the prying eyes of the cliffs of Marisportum. The neighboring hab zone of Silenza Sectoris was burned to the ground after a massacre broke out there. The inhabitants of Marisportum do not want to suffer the same fate. The former member of Flock of Repentance is traumatized by the memory of a massacre in the cave above Marisportum, where Confessor Ursimus took him to show miracles. Okay, so... Alright.
Confessor Ursimus discovered this place on his return from the Silenza Sectoris. The Cradle of the Punishers was the name he gave the cavern. He and his followers sought signs that the Punishers would come. That Marisportum was to be next.
Have you already played Rogue Trader? Yes, I have. I haven't played the DLCs, but I've played the whole main game. That's very good. You spoke of betrayal. Did Ursimus betray you? Is that why you ran away from the flock?
Confessor Ursimus must have sensed my faith was weak. He promised me ascension, deliverance for the chosen. But he had something else in mind. I overheard him speaking with another follower, instructing him to ready the sanctuary for a ritual of penance. He was going to torment me before his flock, until I died from the pain. Until I was cleansed. That's what he said. That bastard!
So you think Confessor Ursimus and his flock are responsible for the disappearance of the workers from the excavation?
I fled the flock before the noise of that machine on the outskirts stopped rumbling through the whole hab zone. So I can't be sure. But if the Confessor could have hidden an entire camp of workers anywhere, it would have only been in his Sanctuary of Ascensions.
Why did he stop himself from saying that drill? Was he trying to hide the fact that he had been there? I've heard everything I need.
Wait. On the day I fled the flock, I slipped into the Confessor's chamber and took this. His relic. It was very important to him. Ursimus kept saying that this was the key to the tomb of Sibelius the Infallible. Take it. But spare my life in return. My life is worth less than this shriveled finger.
We can finally open that goddamn door that we have stuck 3 different fingers into. It broke our finger. We found 2 severed arms and put both of their fingers in the thing.
I have never set foot in Ursimus's sanctuary or in the tomb of Saint Sibelius. Yet it seems to me that they may well be the same place. None in Marisportum, but the Confessor could hold such a secret and bend it to his purpose. Of course, the locals mutter that there is another way into the tomb, one that has never been found, and I'm inclined to believe them.
I have a feeling you're withholding something. Tell me about yourself. That is in order.
I have no name and no face. I am no one. I have nothing to hide.
Examine him closely. A 90% test failed. He hunches his head into his shoulders, staring stubbornly past you. You discern nothing unusual. Worn boots with the sole coming loose, filthy rags, nothing remarkable except the burn on his face. Have you always lived in Marisportum? You speak remarkably clearly compared to the locals.
No. I am not from here.
Why did you run? Why did you run? Do you have reason to hide from the Inquisition? What are you caught up in?
I recognize the symbol. If the Inquisition takes an interest in you, you run. Even if you are guilty of nothing.
You're one of Millicentilia's workers who fled, aren't you?
Oh, please. Please. Don't tell her. She'll kill me. No. Worse than that. Please.
What happened to your face?
I have no face, mistress. And I like it that way. No one looks for me. No one recognizes me.
Why are you running?
No one gives a second thought to another wretched freak.
Apparently, the Imperium terminology for antimatter back in the Dark Age of technology was obliteratum. Damnate memoria. The Melta and the Helldivers 40k collab is basically a video game laser shotgun at a 0 range and no spread. Very powerful, but kind of useless unless super up close. That's what Melta guns are. It's like a... That's how they work in 40k. It's like a very short range kind of a plasma drill that just bores into armor. And you would use it like a shotgun with no spread. When I say drill, I mean it's not like a physical drill. I mean it shoots like a short line of plasma. That is very, very, very hot.
The pattern of scar tissue layered across the skin indicates prolonged exposure to an acidic environment. Tell me, my good man, how many times did you douse your own face with acid to produce such an effect?
I got chips.
4 times. To be certain, no one would ever recognize me.
Vermina is eating chips during the interrogation. Like, we've all got this guy cornered. He's got a bullet in his leg and I'm just eating chips. I must be going. But do not think I am finished with you. If you run, the Inquisition will find you.
Will you spare my life?
I'm a Lathian. You may still be of use to me. I will spare you this time. Xenos Hybris, turn the intrader over to Millicentilia. You must answer the Inquisitor for fleeing. Finish him off. I'm tired of dealing with you. Why would you do that? That's just rude. Yeah. I'll spare you.
I do not wish to seem unduly troublesome. Yet, according to all applicable directives and protocols, we must eliminate such a witness before any potential leak occurs.
Thank you. If you need anything else, look for me in the upper town. I usually hide deep within the cliff shelters to stay out of the flock's sight. By the old heating pipe, I will not flee.
So, I think Millicentilia is, oh yeah, there he is. I think Millicentilia is like, she's Xenos Hybris and is kind of a hard ass, but she's, she seems like kind of reasonable. Not, I mean, she would just kill that guy, but like, she's more, pragmatic than anything, I think. I think we're trying to be a little nicer than that if we can. Okay. We got the finger. And we know where to put it. Not a... The finger, now dried hard as wood, is covered in strange symbols that seem to be protruding from beneath the skin. If that's really Saint Sibelius's finger, then the man was a mutant. We need items. Is there Kroot shoes? Can you ever wear shoes, lady? Kroot shoes. Do they have 4 fingers? Okay. That's fun. Characters not attacked this turn, they get 5 damage reduction until the start of their next turn. Just throw that on Epion. Whenever an enemy loses morale within the character wearer's influence, the wearer gains +1 armor durability. That's not great for Hamar because he's a long-range guy, but as well. Who's our tech use guy? Let's see. How is it? 35, 35, 35, 25, uh-oh, 45, okay. But she needs these boots, right? Commander, it's a Fusilier. Precise attacks, you can't wear that. Neither can you. You're not making precise attacks, so... Protruding symbol sounds a bit dire, yeah. Did she really ask him for a skincare routine? The chips are made of people. I think corpse starch is supposed to be like a, I guess you could slice it and fry it. I think it's supposed to be like a gelatinous block usually. But I think it's one of those things like, oh, it comes in all kinds of forms, because a lot of writers have just not. We already investigated this guy. That was a murder victim. Hidden cave. Yeah, this one's the truth. Does this yellow one mean that they're contradiction detected? Okay, so if it's yellow, there's a contradiction. But if it's green, we don't have a contradiction. I see. Yeah. Alright. Baron is not afraid to resort to brutal methods to maintain order in the Hab zone. So this, we have, this can't be right, because we know things that contradict it. And this can't be right, right? Yeah. So we need to remove all of these yellow determinations. I think maybe a contradiction could be right if somebody had lied to us or something, but or like we were missing context, but the green ones we know are sound as far as we know, so we'll leave it at that. Okay. Also, somebody said,
You look like you're about to drop. Having nightmares again?
I woke up in a cold sweat 3 times during the night. God Emperor preserve me.
so somebody said, I just want to see how to do this. So we have like Fatal Blow. Somebody said there's a way to toggle it back to the old type if you want. So there's like a thing on the side. Okay, so these can be toggled, right?
Anything like that?
No.
You'll start by...
Oh, I see. There's a slot on the left. Okay. How do I turn it off? I can remove it there. Okay. So we haven't been using these. So we can stick Petra's Prey on any one of these things. We'll put it on Exposed Weakness if we can, right? Yeah, okay. Next time the affected ally is attacked, the attacker suffers. Can I put that on anything? No, I can't. Apex Predator. The attack does not expend the character's movement points. May as well put that on like single target attack, just in case. The target must pass a reflexes test or suffer perception bonus. Oh, I see. So let's put Frontal Assault on single target attack. And if we get Fatal Blow on somebody, can we put that on anything? No suitable abilities. Okay. Apex Predator, the attack does not expend. Just put that there, I guess. No suitable abilities. Okay. So yeah, let's all abilities scale on Haymar's toughness bonus. Oh, okay. That's universal. And we just put that on. And his toughness is his toughness is not as good as his weapon skill. Haymar's ability range is increased by number of Catachan jungle fighters lock and load stacks. Okay, we're not really using that much. When attacking, Haymar gains plus weapons rate of fire, bonus to damage reduction for 1 round. Yeah. Rate of fire is for all weapons is increased by 25% minimum for 1 round. No eligible abilities. When attacking, this character gains 14% more damage to armor. And we can put that on Focused Bullet Storm. Okay. We're learning. We're learning and growing. Vital damage dealt by melee attacks is increased by 9, with ranged attacks by 6. That goes on single attack. And for Larthier, we can have his abilities scale on awareness instead of... sorry. Awareness instead of... He's got 90s. It'd be plus 9. That's actually way better, yeah. That on everything. Oh, it only goes on 1. Okay. Or can it go on more? No, it can only go on 1. I guess we'll put it on his assail. Or should we put it on his single target? No, we'll put it on his assail. Because, we can just raise his weapon skill and kind of ignore his willpower if that's the case. He doesn't need it. Because he's gonna have plus 9 from awareness, and his willpower is just like plus 3, who cares? So now his telekinesis is way better. Calculated strike. For 1 round, precise attacks against this unit gain plus 9% hit chance. What can that go on? Oh, that's just assail. Okay. Ooh. I don't really care about that. Field surgery. Okay, that immediately goes on her heal move. So Bizorium reduces the level of any damage over time effects suffered by a target by 6, but I'd rather have the field surgery. I like that they have the old spelling of surgeon next to the new spelling, so it's surgeon field surgery. If you ever hear anybody saying like chirurgeon or chirurgeon, I think it is supposed to be chirurgeon. I think it's from Greek, but the English mangled the word, and that's why we got surgery. Same with if you see jail spelled G-A-O-L. The Elden Ring Evergaol. Agile. Yeah. Scientific approach. All abilities scale on Epion's intelligence bonus instead of other characteristics. Wow. So the only problem with this is that it would preclude other potentially more beneficial effects. Oh, field surgery can only go on dash. We'll leave the... Yeah, we'll do that. That's better. Agile can also only go on dash. So we'll put Bizorium back on there. And just leave the scientific approach off. On the next instance of gaining morale, the enemy must pass the metal test. So we can put that on any of our... Okay, so Street Smarts is if the chosen ability uses any characteristic bonuses, a Hive World character can instead use Agility and Fellowship divided by 2 if it's higher. So Agility and Fellowship is 45 if that's divided by 2. That is just better than anything except willpower. Just in case we need to shoot somebody, I guess. For 1 round, the Hive World character's defense is increased by 2 for each ally within the target's influence. We haven't got any, like, influence range increases yet, so it's not really anything I want to care about. The target of this effect suffers minus 16% hit chance when attacking for the first time in their turn. Okay, we put this on Sigil of the Inquisition. I guess we'll put throw off on humiliation, because these two are moves that we can just always safely use. That's like the nice thing about the officer abilities. I think it's officer that we have, is that they don't like they don't cause warp perils and they don't conflict with any of our attacking stuff. So you can just kind of always do them. Whereas like if we cast a sail, then we can't shoot or anything that turn. Okay, what do we got for Ogren? We'll put for one round the target's defense is reduced by 11. Yeah, we'll put that on Ogren Smash. All abilities scale off intimidation divided by 10. His intimidation is 65, which is not that high. That wouldn't replace his strength, but we could maybe put on his shooting. So we'll put that on his burst attack. And for accurate strike, this unit's hit chance is increased by 6%. Yeah, I want that. If the attack kills an enemy, all enemies within the influence of that enemy must pass a metal test within... Yeah, I don't care about that too much. We can put it on, like, Endure, I guess. It's not a big deal. Alright. I'm sure there's, like, better ways I could have... I can just put that there. Oh, I can only put that on a cell. I'm sure there's, like, more, like, mathematically perfect ways I could have done that, but the fact that they're there and we hadn't been using them, and now we are, is pretty cool. Where does this go? Okay, that's the Baron's hive. Let's go down. In my native language, everything is pronounced as it is spelled. I still read mangled English that way in my head. Yeah, I love
No sense in delay.
I don't know if you've had this, but if you're speaking like one language for a while and you need to switch, sometimes it takes your brain a second to catch up. Even if you don't know the language that well. So like when I got back from Japan, I was like struggling to remember English words a couple of times. Okay, so we just gotta go to the swamp and go to that, the brown marshes. A couple days ago I had to switch buses and my only thought was Norikai. I was like thinking about how to say something in French and like somebody on the street said something to me while I was walking and I couldn't muster an English response because I was still like in French mode. Where is that weird little door? Finally gonna get in there.
Reconnoitering.
We are reconnoitering. Okay, we'll step away. We'll save before we open that because I'm sure that's gonna go well. Insert the withered finger into the hole. This terminal's vid screen ripples and flickers before lighting up with a steady, resolute glow. Fine letters appear, becoming lines in Gothic. The verse seems ancient. O soldier, infallible Sibelius saint, the arch-enemy crushing with your sure hand, protecting humanity from inhuman taint. Listen to the Vox recording of Rotten Fish's recitation in the life of St. Sibelius. All banners and Aquilas were his to claim. Sibelius the Good became a traitor's prey. His flesh, our hopes, rent asunder by villains. No. Equal of war machines across the land. Okay, so we just gotta say each, he was betrayed. His grief gave way. Our holy saint now abides in eternal life. Access to the tomb of Sibelius the Stern granted. Glory to the God Emperor. I dug up an old codex, and apparently they called Gauss because the way they pick the target by sucking away their... They flay the target by sucking away the particles. It's like a real Gauss gun, but in reverse. That's not how Gauss gun work. A Gauss gun is just about propelling a... Oh, like, is it using, like, magnetic forces to pull the target apart, I guess? That was a very strange way for a gun to work, but okay. Alright, we made it in. So we are in the tomb of Saint Sibelius, which is the place we're not supposed to be. And they got goods here. Improved Eldari Guardian armor. The wearer's melee attacks deal an additional 6 vitals damage. Whenever the wearer deals vitals damage, they regain 6 armor durability. An Eldari chainsword. Why is there Eldar stuff here? Deals... Oh yeah, okay, so this is... Again, this weapon deals more damage the more injured a target is. Is it better than either of his existing swords? Oh yeah, a lot better. Okay. It's like better in every way. Oh, it's amusingly it is worse against armor, I guess, but not really. Power weapons are funny. So like a chainsword, you know how that works. And then a power sword is it's never specified how they work. I think it's supposed to be like a vibro sword. It's got like this module on it that uses energy to somehow make the weapon better. Yeah, that's just really good. Just does 10 more damage now. Okay. There are 3 L's in Almer, yeah. I'm like 2.5 lingual and have to switch a lot at work in voice and text. I feel like my brain is steaming in its juices if I have to do it a lot. Yeah, it's like something... I don't know if you ever can like really get good at it. And people used to make fun of... I grew up in California. People used to make fun of the girls at my school for like speaking Spanglish to each other, but I can see how it would really happen and then become like a habit. Prepare yourselves, faithful children and fosterlings of suffering, the cleansing is at hand. We know that guy. A crowd of people, all bearing wounds, stands in the chamber that reeks of sweat and blood. With holes in their limbs, bleeding mouths, and scalped heads, the mutilated congregation is moaning a prayer, all of them facing Confessor Ursimus, who stands atop of a gargantuan chandelier precariously hanging over the pit. The glow coming from below the water's surface paints Ursimus's robes in unnatural colors.
Brothers and sisters, today we hail the ascension of a new righteous soul. We all have seen the resilience of our sister's spirit, the measure of her resolve. Through her deeds, unafraid to go against her father's will, she cleansed herself and earned true grace. Are you ready, child?
Yes, Confessor. I long for it.
Something gurgles in the young woman's throat as though her lungs are full of liquid. Do you want Slaanesh? This is how you get Slaanesh.
powerful. Embrace this faithful soul.
Is it time to bust out the sigil? Is this our Abelard introduce me moment? We're about to scourge the heretic. Step out, holding the sigil high. Enough! I am an acolyte of the Holy Inquisition. Stop this travesty of worship at once. All the groaning and sobbing around you goes quiet. Ursimus's piercing eyes stare mesmerized at the sigil in your hand. Okay, so we can go Xanthite and say that we need information about his rituals and practices. I don't think so. We can go Amalaphian, which is sort of the nice route. So, a staunch believer in the God Emperor's grand design, the fulfillment of which demands unity and accord within the endless ranks of humanity's organizations. Or we could just... I kind of want to just go in on him. Although, telling people to repent is pretty badass. We'll take this because you almost always want to get your points in your I forget what these are called in this game. In your these. You are lost in your own delusions. Your faith does not cleanse you. It corrupts your bodies and souls. Repent, and I promise to you that those who are not beyond hope will be pardoned.
Hope. Pardons. You are so steeped in your fallacies that you cannot see the light of his truth shining right in your eyes. Flock, awaken the sacred machine. Let the litanies sound. Let us cleanse this wretched soul.
I knew Hope probably wasn't going to go over well with them. Alright, the battle begins. What if... Oh, he can't go down there. This is me. Let's go here. Epium. There's a little staircase action back here. Oh yeah. That'll be real nice on his turn. Larthier, how far can you get down? Oh wow, we're like completely surrounded, huh? If we wipe, there looked like there was another way to get in here. We might check that out if we are killeded. Okay, let's start the battle. Can you hit Ursimus? No, it's too far. Oh, that has over penetration. That's fun. Okay. You have skills that aren't on your bar? Oh, jeez. Are you the only one who's... I'm pretty sure everybody else has their... Yeah, everybody else is good. They just didn't put her her stuff on her bar for some reason. Okay. Oh, right. I'm remembering now how to use the officers let your party take another turn thing. The Vermina has a power where she can let somebody take a turn, and it's been confusing me because it's like doesn't seem like you can do much on those extra turns. But this has Ruthless Tactics, which if you have exposed weakness on a target, it will let your next attack deal 30% more damage, but the exploit thing will be removed from the target after that. So, but like you can set up like stronger things like that on your kind of in between turns. Could set up some fire down there. I think her best bet is going to be to help out. I don't know. That's pretty fun though. These guys just have hand weapons. They're not a big deal unless they get in on us. I'm looking for people who have like snipers and stuff. It's got a flamer. This song's cool. Do we have snipers? Ancient Cogitator? What's that? Oh, it's Distorted Litany. Cogitator boosts the flock's morale. Oh, we can't have that. How do we get over there? Oh, that's a run. Okay. Firestarter Veteran. Let's start with him. Okay, single attack. Let's see. Got a pretty clear shot at his head. May as well just take it. Alright. Always satisfying. Oh boy, you guys. Epion, you're usually the one in charge of our, running around and doing stuff, so. Do I just want to take the precise attack, or is there something else we can do? Let's test out this new chainsword. Guess we'll go in on his arms. Okay. I could follow-up attack for, just peel off the rest of his armor. That might be worth doing. Or I could give, I'll give Epion more movement because she's got to get over where she's going. Okay. Defenders of the Just. Just about to die. You know, by the throne, I'm not sure that we need the dome. At this moment in the battle. It might be useful to drop it here, though. Oh, can't reach. Okay. Then... we light somebody on fire? Oh, yeah. Okay. We can just start sigil blasting guys. Hive world upset the apple cart. And can we give somebody a turn? Let's look at this. So bring it down. 2 AP and 0 MP. Okay. I think we can just slap this on... oh, we can't see her. Okay, let's try that thing we were just talking about then. So, you can't attack during this turn, but you can use these abilities. I think this guy has that thing on him. Oh, it's not a... it's a toggle. Okay, yeah, then I'm still not sure what, because Yuga can't do anything either. I mean, I guess we could move, but I don't want to move. Whatever. Do not disparage the dome in chat, please. We're just not using it yet because it's not the time for the dome. A true commander knows when the perfect moment for the dome. No, what was that? Is that a charge to you? Is that what you think of when I say charge? Okay. Actually, can you just pitch a grenade down there? Oh, that'd be real nice. Yeah, do that. Okay. He's lit himself on fire. So we can reprogram it, or we can just break it. But I think we'll try to reconfigure it. Didn't see who got shot. Was that Larthier? All right, Epion. Can't seem to use guided steps. The psychic can move to a chosen location within a 3-cell radius through both enemies. Path is blocked by what? What is blocking the path? Yeah, just can't use it. Yes. Okay, hey Mar, when I say burst fire, what comes to mind? I think that would be pretty funny. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff right there. could get everybody. Let's do it. Oh, come on, man. I got greedy. What? What did you... Man, it's on fire. Okay, we've got to get rid of that heroic dude. Would moving help you get a shot on him? Maybe? Yeah, okay. Gonna do 91. If we turn that on. Or 20 to 31. Here we go. Okay. Guess we just go for the arms. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's really nice. I'm loving the fact that the fights are actually worth playing. Like that it really bothered me about Rogue Trader, right? Like, and Wrath of the Righteous too. Thank you, Randall. Okay, it might be useful to kill those guys, but let's see who's up next. That guy. Yeah, I just don't need all those bullets coming in. Take them out. Okay. Let's give guidance to Epion again, and we'll use our defense ability that shares with her. And the movement one too, although it's not sure it's helping. Oh man. All right, let's start taking this a little more seriously. Who's up next? Fanatic Fighter, that guy. Which unit is this? That guy, okay. Can we stop him? No. Who's this guy? Right, and then it's that guy. Well, start assailing. Chipping away at people's morale. Which guy's heroic? Is this guy heroic? Morale 0, morale -2. I thought somebody had 10 over here. He's got 10, but we can't get him. There are sure a lot of guys to keep track of. Well, hit him. He's got 8.
It will be done.
Oh, I used those in the wrong order, damn it. Okay. And... okay, if we hit Epion with this, I think she can heal herself. Yes. Oh, and now this works. Alright. Okay. And then hopefully she can get over there soon. If she lives. I yearn for cleansing, Confessor. Dome is never late, nor is it early. Okay. I think what we have here is a kind of a golden opportunity to use his AoE stuff. What is this? Where he makes a single melee attack that does not expend combat points. The attack cannot miss, ignores damage reduction. The damage dealt by it is doubled. Okay, but that kind of makes him crap for the rest of combat. Actually, let's do Endure first. Some armor back. That like outright killed a guy, and that gave this guy shaken because of the ghastly mutilation thing. And I think we can start crunching these guys. Alright, that's an improvement. It's definitely better. I wonder if it's possible to win this fight without dealing any damage and just by letting them all burn themselves to death. If there's some sort of like insane turtling strategy you could do. Okay, Epion, you can go here. Can you reconfigure from there? Yes. So now this machine is working properly. Righteous Litany. Cogitator boosts the morale of the Acolyte and her allies. Okay. How do we want to go with these two? Because she's about to start having a real bad time over here. Still can't use that on herself. You could just seek your way back down here, actually, I think. Yeah, let's do that. So because of that ability that Larthier has, she can just go all the way back to Larthier. And from here, we have some more palatable options. I would say let's maybe dash to here and just start burning people. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Okay. Stuck in melee, he now needs a dash. I think dashing to here will allow him to... oh yeah, okay. %1 rate of fire for each shot he fires, but his maximum movement points is limited to 1. Okay, yeah, so let's do this. So we're using the Catachan Jungle Fighter lock and load ability, where as long as he holds still, every single shot he makes increases his rate of fire by 1, and that's every single shot within the burst fire even. So. Alright. All got +3 morale from that. It'd be funny if they could just switch it back. We just gotta do this, like, pushing the button on the jukebox fight. If only we had Abelard. We don't need Abelard, we got Cog. Yeah, he can still move 1 square per turn. Sorry, Cog. You did a good job over there, man. Okay, let's see. We can just straight up kill this guy. Can you shoot that guy? Can we, like, take that guy out? We can hurt him pretty bad. Let's shoot him once in the torso. And I think we turn this off. We can. Oh no, we just leave it on. We'll have Yuga get this guy. Yuka, yeah. Okay. The bird's pulling its weight. This guy was like super high morale, really dangerous a second ago, and now he's just up. Which one's that? He's over there. This guy's here. Okay, let's see if we can take this guy down. Let's give guidance to go. Do we want to do anything? 18% hit chance. Not worth it. Okay, that will do 7 to 11, and this would do 12 to 16. Okay, so for reasons I don't understand, the force sword is, or the power sword is stronger in this instance. I think it's better at armor, and this sword is worse. Okay. Yep, stop that. Nice turn. Okay. So it's that guy and then this guy. Let's stun this dude. Okay, he's staggered. We will. Is there anybody we need to demoralize? We'll demoralize this dude too. Okay. We can also demoralize this fella. And drop a dome down here where most of the fighting's going on. You got no line of sight for a dome. Just bring it down, let people attack. Am I just being dumb about that? Let's try it and see. Okay, it does. All right. That looks like it'll hit pretty hard. Getting a little bleeding is better than nothing, so I'll take it. Okay, so get back in the fight is for like moving around and doing stuff. And bring it down is for attacking. Just smoked one of his own dudes. Alright. Hamar, you're gonna be shocked to hear this, but I need you to just hose these guys down if you can. Okay. Let me get to some kind of cover. I don't know if that counts, but there you go. Oh, did they screw it up? It looks like the... Oh, dicks. They messed it up again. Okay. And there goes Larthier. Boy, are you gonna get hit if we do this? Let's try. Nope. Yeah, she's dead. Alright, so it was a good try. I might want to just destroy this thing next time. But also, we'll try approaching from the other direction to see what happens. Unless Hamar's about to pull some shit like we've never seen before. Oh, he's like not acting. He's unable to act. All right. Sometimes you lose the fight. Subject to change. Clutch your kick, Hamar. Clutch your kick. Is Hamar leeching? Alright, well, let's hold up. Because there's, we went through the front door before, but there's this other thing. There's this little jump over situation. Okay. And they got goods over here. And that just goes nowhere, huh? Okay. Alright, what would approaching from this way net us? Yeah, I guess this is a better approach, right? Because when we came in this way, we were like, there was like a little bit of cover, but we were like kind of split up and in a bit of a bad way. Let me try this direction. Are we just free to explore? No, okay. Alright.
So be it. God's Emperor all-powerful. Embrace this faithful soul.
We got an aura farm. I'll take the Amalath in again. www.thebigman.com. Oh, actually, we need you over here, big boy. Now. And everybody's kind of where they need to be. Maybe she should be over there. Okay. That thing's not very strong. I think we could just shoot it. Dare you approach the helm of fear? Oh, she could just go like directly here and turn it off on turn 1. That's pretty funny. Plop. Move closer. All right. Okay, and if you could still lob a grenade or something. Maybe... Do you have a grenade? Shockwave shots, yes, okay. So you can throw it to there. That seems like a little bit of a wasted shot, but I think that poison sticks around for a little while. Huh? Where'd it go? What happened? Did that just, She just, like, lost an action point and then... Oh, no, I guess she didn't have enough. But why did it let us choose it at all? It's weird. We can at least burn this guy. Yeah, let's do that. Why is the Guilty Gear Strive announcer yapping in the background? That's the cogitator. It's saying some evil litanies. All right. Oh, you can burn so many guys. Like, I know you're a sniper, but like, what if you're also a guy burner? Okay. Put your abilities back on your bar. We're gonna tag with this. Deception bonus head damage attempting to inflict levels of bleeding. Oh, he was dead anyway. Well, whatever. He's dead. They just love shooting each other. I guess it makes sense. But what are you even shooting at, man? Okay, do you just want to... I don't know, grenades always feel like they're gonna be so cool, but then, reality is sometimes less impressive. Okay, he's dead. And we put some armor on the boy. Or not armor, but defense. Hemar. There's men. Can you destroy them? No? Why didn't you shoot twice? Yeah, see, he didn't do that twice. He was supposed to do that twice. Little buggy here and there. Right. Any of this bring morale up? Morale restored to 0 if negative. Okay, let's actually maybe we can dome it up here. Might be better.
The veil is tearing.
Why is my ability off my bar now? What's happening to this game? Why do I have Kroot Yuka brings flesh on my bar? Is that... Let's see if we can bring Hamar's morale up. Just to have him get it to cover or something. Actually, is there anybody who would benefit from... No, there's not. Just get in cover. Okay. And let us... Sigil of the Inquisition.
With purpose.
And then just clown on the guy. Yeah, why can I use this? Did some ability happen that allowed me to use it? I'm not in charge of the bird. I have all the bird? Yeah, something weird went on there. Please don't take my abilities off my bar for your Kroot bullshit. Wow, the bar is being super buggy now. Okay, so what we need is those two things and then fetter and a sail. You're not a Kroot. We'll just put our demoralize back on, or our spontaneous combustion back on. Okay, I better not see that shit again. Okay, just start with an Endure. Then this lowers morale, so let's do it on those guys. I think we can hit everybody, right? Yeah. Alright. That's better. Oh. Epion, change the song. Change it back, Epion. The real song sound, the real The real litany sounds much more boring. Okay. And can you, like... Okay, you can't use both of those. Can you just burn everybody up here? I think you can. Nearly. Okay. What is it like if we turn that off? I think it doesn't go very far at all. So we could burn that guy twice, or burn both these guys. Let's burn both of them. Yeah. 0 minus levels of burning. Okay, I think it doesn't matter which one we use. Can you heal yourself? It's not really worth doing yet. I don't like all these heroic guys. Stop it. Stop finding hidden reserves of strength. Alright, I think we could just plink this guy and he's dead. Alright. And then... I wasn't... So... I guess I don't understand the rules for when you can use an attack more than once in a turn. Rate of fire 1. Oh, that's why. Okay. Can't re-equip grenades, can I? Yeah. Didn't think so. Okay. I'm gonna just saunter out of the that horrible square. And do we want to kill this guy? I think we do, yeah. Just looking at who's next and what's gonna happen. Okay. Handed light. Can... No, I think melee weapons only get 1 per turn no matter what. Let's get the torso. Just need his armor down. Okay. And give guidance to Hamar, because he's gonna need to... Oh, here comes the fire. Ouch. Oh yeah, you just go over here. Can you not move for some reason? Why does he have no movement points? That's very odd. Okay, so we have Focus Bullet Storm. Should shoot twice, can't be used simultaneously with Shockwave or Rapid Fire, but that's not what we have. Alright, so we can try to smoke these guys, or we can go with a grenade, which is more of a sure thing. and will kill both of those guys. But this guy's on fire. He'll die anyway. This guy's bleeding. So let's go with the auto fire. Unless we... What this dude? Can't do anything super useful there. Okay, auto fire it is. Oh, maybe heal yourself. That might be better, actually. And just like pop this guy. Yeah. Oh, he's dead next turn now. Okay, cool. Gotta get all Darkest Dungeon doing the like the bleed and fire math. Okay. This is still giving the good litany. Alright. We've got... Okay, let's open up by humiliating this guy. It will set him to -10. That's pretty good. So he's no longer having a good time. So we can burn this guy for 6 and add that many burning stacks on him. That's not going to cut it. This guy's coming up like next. Can we maybe stop him?
Guard your body and your mind.
Alright, and can we give somebody an attack that would be useful? Kind of think just sniping somebody might be the move here, because we can't give Epi on a proper turn. There's no line of sight. I think Ra'akti might be the one to give this to right now. Okay. Can you just shoot somebody and kill them? So he's dead. He's not dead, but he's not our biggest problem. Our biggest problems are up here. There's a pretty low hit chance on these guys. Can you kill this guy? 50% chance. That's not good enough for me. Just shoot him normal style. Very nice. And then is anybody bleeding to the point where they will... Okay, so these guys are all -10. Can we send the bird up here? Yes. Okay. Alright, that was a pretty productive little free turn. And... it goes from 8 down to a -1. Okay. So at -10 on fire bleeding, these guys are like not worth even caring about anymore. Just walk away from them. And head up this way. Although, will an endure take our movement? Let's endure here because getting those, like... Oh, he's just gonna run anyway? That endure over there? Alright. Not what I wanted, but whatever. I'm used to it. Repair your armor, though. Okay. Okay, is it back on its bullshit? No, it's doing the right one. Okay, Epion, where even are you? Okay, this guy's burning for 4. Why don't you dash? And then... can burn these two guys. And then heal yourself. Okay, so this guy's dead. This guy is not, but that's not a huge problem. These guys might be able to get up here next turn, but it's not a huge problem at the moment either. Okay. They're just killing each other now. Whoa, hey Mar, what happened? You were fine. You just went from fine to like completely dead. Oh, that's not good. Speaking of, okay. Alright, how far can you get in one turn? Not far. That might be worth doing just right off. Let's see. Yeah, we'll hit him with that. Oh, does exposed weakness hurt everybody? From all sources, okay. Yeah, we'll hit him with that. Okay. That's good. So now everybody deals 30% more damage to him. I can certainly live with that. He's gonna change the station. It's still playing the good stuff. It feels like there's like more guys now than there were when the fight started somehow. These are melee guys, so they're not going to be a problem for another turn or two. These guys are a problem. Can we get to them? Get a grenade up there, maybe? No. Could head back up this way. I think I just have to deal with this dude. Can I? Yes, I can do this. Alright. Alright, I think that was the move, yeah. How far can we go here? Nowhere, for some reason. Right. Certainly an improvement. And we'll just wreck this guy's morale. And is there somebody, I guess Rocky, you want to take a shot?
It will be done.
Let's, what do we got? That's 18 to 28 now. If I turn that on, it becomes 21 to 32. And the bird will get him. Can't hit any of these guys, but that's fine. Oh my god. Okay. Nice free turn there. And I think this will still lower their the morale by like 1. Oh, it just sets it to 0? Are you kidding me? So it raises it. That's stupid. Okay, now it's back on the distorted litany. But that's okay, Cog's here. He's got some armor back. He does augured smash. Probably gonna do less damage than just this. So this is the way to go. Alright. Okay, now it's back to evil. Evil music. Oh jeez, Larthier, your morale. I can fix it. Do you want to like shoot this guy and that's this guy. Okay. Wait, let's see. It does so much damage. Alright, man. No, don't do that. Let's see. My -10. What do you got for broken? You do 30% reduced damage. Wouldn't you feel better if you got in the dome? Could blow up his flamer. Let's just hit him. And more defense for Cog. I think Cog's gonna biff it up there. Alright, so this brings your morale back to 0 if it's negative. Oh wait, we're not close enough. So I go here. I hope that didn't move us too far.
Following the plan.
Okay, back to 0 morale now. Scoot out of harm's way and over to here. More defense. Okay. That's an improvement. Can we do anything about these two? Sigil this guy. So he's now at -2. Humiliate this guy. It's at -3. And let's stun somebody. Who's like up next? The Cogitator. Okay, let's stun him. It didn't work. Alright, Cog. You got this. Get out of my dome.
Even the tools of the Inquisition can fail.
Cog. Okay, so Cog's just like dead, I think. I'm not sure I can stop that. Might be able to kill this guy. Yeah, there we go. Good job, Yuka. Start chiseling this guy down. Cog. I think we still have the smoke, but like, man. This is a tough one. Alright. Pop right up here. You wanna just yep and pop and a little of that. And can we move over here? No, because the guy's in the way, I guess. Let's try putting guidance on somebody. Is that what it takes? No, the guy's on us. That's fine. Okay. We can't sigil of the Inquisition ourselves. That would be pretty funny. Is there any way we can boost our own morale? The officer immediately removes the broken effect from themselves, then removes all status effects from target ally and resets their morale to 0 if it's negative. Okay, cogitator, and then the fire starter? Okay, this guy. Guess we just go here.
Seeking the advantage.
Try to stun this guy again. Okay. That is an improvement. Start taking out people's morale. And yeah, let's give you a turn. Maybe you could do something here. Okay. That's pretty good. This guy doesn't get to act. These guys are no line of sight. Oh, you could like almost take that guy out. I want to hit this guy though. Okay. He was like blocking it with his sword. Ugh. I think we're dead. 7 burning, oh good. 6 health, maybe. Actually, we can heal her, right? Yeah. Boy, I think I want to, like, hop over here and heal Vermina more than I want to shoot somebody. And I really want to shoot somebody. Like, did he have 100 health the whole time?
Your job here is done.
Okay. Can you hit either of these guys? No. Well, this guy's got to go anyway, so... Okay. Uh-oh. Behold, the Emperor has sent forth the heralds of his will, reborn his... Uh-oh. Alright. Break the chains holding the chandelier, or let the monsters destroy the temple. Okay, and they're everybody's fighting each other. It's just horrible monster noises happening. What do we got here? Torment. Yeah, I thought I figured Slaanesh. Let me turn this off. Yeah. Pop down here. Don't know if he's gonna be able to do it, but these are not great. Okay. Heal up. Oh, those things are strong. Yeah. I like that, or let the monsters destroy the temple as an option. Does that mean we could just, like, fuck off? I think that might have to be what we do, but like how far away can we go? Can we, I don't know, let's go up here. And at the very least start I think we want to fix our armor too. Okay, and then bam, staggered. Alright. That's a lot less scary. There's more. There's more! I'm happy to just let the temple be destroyed. I don't want none of that. Let's see, you're not even close enough to see. Well, I guess you could, yeah. 38? Alright, let's try it. So we don't want that on all the time. That's for like dealing extra damage. Offer a single text deal plus 10. 10 plus percentage. Oh, okay. I guess they still do some more against these. Oh, you can't hit that. You are too far. That's what I thought. Okay. Burn on. Oh my god. It's a nightmare, right? Can you just pop over here and like destroy this thing? Is that within your power? Honestly, it looks like it is. Okay. Alright, just defense up and see what happens, man. You're gonna get mulched by that demon. Minus all that just for getting anywhere near it. Okay, okay. Hold on, hold on. God.
Making haste.
We can just leave. I'm really interested in that. I would really just like to not be in here. But if you can take out this chain, I mean, can you maybe stun the demon? Because the flame breath over here, that's like in a second, right? It's before Larthier's turn. Okay. Yeah, go for it. Here comes more. Oh, Lord. Stop. Why? Why would you throw a fire grenade at the Eldar when there's a demon right there? Ra'akti's heroic. Ra'akti might be able to pull this off. Hold on. I'm gonna save just so that we can avoid any line of sight shenanigans. Because I'm gonna try to get as close as possible and take the shot on that chain. Wait, is it? It's broken. Oh, but this one's not. Okay, that's why I saved it. Can you get like anywhere that gets the line of sight? Like what is the issue here? Is it no line of sight? Target's too far. Okay. What if you go here? Is it still too far? Can you send the bird? Oh. So that's the only way. Oh man. Okay. Let's see if we can get this. Okay, Rakti. What is your heroic action? The operative's next to single attack does 100% more hit chance, does not expend MP, does not count toward the attack limit per turn. Okay. Why did my morale go down? Oh, Christ. I see. Even super high up above the demons, getting near them just ruins morale. Maybe we should just let the monsters eat the temple. I mean, that's an option, but the chain... Like, there's one chain left. And the only problem is that we're a little far away from it. Okay. Oh wait, Larthier gets his turn. It's not any of those. Okay, no, it is that one. Alright, that one goes next. Can you hit that one from here? Like, how far over can you go? Alright, alright. We might be cooking. Not count toward the attack limit per turn. Oh boy. $34% more damage. Exploit is what? 10% more damage. We'll stick with the exploit. Okay, but you're not actually close enough to do that. Here. Damn it. That makes me very sad. Can at least kill this guy, I think. But that might actually be... Well, we'll see. He is, I think, dead. Yeah. And you still can't hit this thing. Can you? Oh, wait. She can hit it from there. Okay. Loading again. I wish there was a way to, like, see how far your range was. Maybe there's a button you can hold down that shows the actual, like, range map of your weapon when you're zooming around. It's a little hard to get a feel for sometimes. Okay, one more time. One more time. We go here. We use our ability on... just use it on whatever. Yeah, use it on that, that's fine. And then we shoot this thing. We shoot it right in the corpus. Hello? Now it's too far? What do you mean? Wasn't too far a second ago. What are you doing to me, game? Why can I... Oh, okay, so... I see. So it lets you pull up the precise shot like window even if you are too far away, which is a little bit misleading. And did we try going here? Was this... Okay. Because I think Larthier's just gonna get burned up, and then they're like blocking off the only way to get over to that other chain. I almost think just going here and taking the morale hit would be fine. Of course, we still can't hit that thing. So we'll just shoot this idiot. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, he lived. Okay. You're blocking the ladder. I needed to use that. If you could, Rakti was trying to go. We're trying to go down the ladder. That was. He just died? Okay. I wonder. It's just not possible. Maybe we can get it? I don't know. Let's see if we can get Rakti a free move. Let's, okay, she actually can't do anything from there. That's really annoying. Melee with this guy? No, there's gotta be a way to do this. There has to be some combination of actions that will get me to that chain. Alright, Rakti, you go here. Use your magic bullet. It's weird that that ability's range is so much farther than her actual weapon's range. Actually, you might just be able to kill this guy. Hold on. That's an interesting option. We'll go for neck. Damn. Okay, Kurt's got it. Kurt's got it under control. He's burning for 20. I don't understand why he just died on his turn last time. Okay, he's still up. Here's how Larthier can still win. Yes, yes. What? Why did that happen? Why did it, like, let me do that even? Maybe I can stun one of these things. You can stun that one so Rockty can get by. Okay. And use that on Rockty so that if you're still alive in like 1 second, she will be able to guided steps over to you and take the shot from there. He's not alive. That's okay. Oh, can she still use the move though? Maybe. Ra'Octi, take your get back in the fight. And do not be able to do anything. What the fuck? Why can't you, like, go? Where's all your move? Okay. Fine. Okay, let's see here. We could stun that one. Okay, let's see if we can slow these guys up at all. Okay, I think they destroyed the... Oh, okay, it broke. We didn't need to break every single chain. Breaking some of them was enough. It just moved enough. Okay. Like it was gonna break over time. Oh my god. Oh. I need a doctor. We did it, Chad. That's rough. Save immediately.
Ready to fight again.
Okay, everybody put your kits on. Every single character's Medicaid kit is used. The Emperor just needed us to be really, really patient and not assume that we were, we had to have faith. The glow from below is suffused with warp energy. That was like a really hard, check to pass. What is that glow down there? Warp energy. Okay, the passage is buried beneath stone rubble. There is no way back. Uh-oh. Thin crust of ice glistens on the stones, a sure sign of a recent surge of warp energy. The corruption must be nearby. Okay. I mean, it looks like there's only really one way to go. Oh, but there's goods. Oh, I remember seeing this. I, a man of many flaws and sorrowful mind, dare to recount the life of his most holy warrior Sibelius the Infallible, who fell by a traitor's hand for our salvation. He was born of a mother of great wisdom and an ever-righteous father, and was raised by them in love for the Emperor, our God, beloved by all, and in hatred for the despised other, who forever plots. For long years, by faith, loyalty, and gleaming steel, he served Drusus the warrior and Golgotha Angevin in their endless and righteous crusade, which liberated and united hundreds of worlds. There was no warrior stronger than Sibelius, save for Drusus the warrior himself, and no commander more far-seeing, save for Golgotha Angevin. In his wisdom, Sibelius the Infallible turned his gaze on the unfortunate world dying under the heel of the other. And with the brilliance of his spirit, he heard the lamentations of the people of Scintilla, and he hurled himself into the fray with all the fury that filled his righteous heart. Armed with the fire of sacred Prometheum and a sword gleaming brightly in hand, Sibelius the Infallible slew the abominable others who gorged on the pain and the bones of the righteous. He burned to ash the memory of them, their deeds and iniquities, and raised his banner over the city. All who beheld that banner became filled with piety and reverence for the saint and knelt under his hand. When the last other fell and the wind of Scintilla erased its name forever, Sibelius the Infallible turned his bleeding gaze onto the reprobates hidden among the common folk. With a hand both stern and just, he rooted out the smallest sprouts of doubt and frailty, which like worms gnawed at the foundations of loyalty. Thousands of the wretched and the faithless fell before his cleansing gaze, and thus came the hour of prosperity. But the wicked souls, harboring a black envy for the saint, knew no peace. Weary from his righteous labors, Sibelius was filled with contentment, and in his benevolence he allowed the penitent to approach him. The heretics, concealed behind masks of contrition, drove a blade into the saint's heart, and thus he fell, beloved by all. He was interred in the city to which he has been savior and protector, and a sea of tears shed for him spread around his tomb. Okay. So this is where we're going, and rusty chains held together by locks clamp down the lid of the sarcophagus containing the sacred remains. At the foot of the sarcophagus you see a frayed tome. Seeing the sarcophagus of an ancient saint sealed tight with locks and chains does not fill me with optimism. Read the ancient tome. Take some time for you to find instructions how to perform the tech ritual. After passages describing the removal of seals of eternal service and lighting the candles of redemption, you find a litany adapted for High Gothic, but still too difficult to make sense of. It seems you have no choice but to attempt to replicate the entire ritual by instinct alone. When I first saw him, St. Sibelius, he was radiant. His standard fluttered above the battlefield, and every sweep of his blade turned foes to dust. I served at his tent. I prayed at his boots. Then the crystal appeared. It glowed differently, with a sinister light. I could swear that near it my thoughts were not my own. I begged the saint to shatter the stone, but he took it as a trophy from the field of battle and always kept it with him. He spoke to it. We believed our saint was hearing the voice of the emperor, but we were wrong. St. Sibelius changed. His gaze grew vacant. His voice turned cold. His purifications became ever more bloodthirsty. His righteous fury knew no exception. He destroyed the settlements on the slightest suspicion of heresy. He spilled the blood of servants who were too slow. He burned regiments in their barracks for hesitating to pledge fealty. He claimed it was the emperor's will. We remained silent, first out of fear, later out of guilt. When it became clear that Sibelius was but a shell of the saint he had been, we gathered in the night 3 of his closest disciples. We poisoned his food, and when he was weakened, we drove a dagger into the back of our beloved lord and teacher. He died in agony. We locked his body, his standard, and the cursed crystal within the sarcophagus. We sealed the chamber so that none would ever know the true story of St. Sibelius, of how he lost the war against the darkness. We wrote the legend. We made him a martyr, a hero, a symbol, because the truth is more terrible than heresy. And we became his wardens so that history might never repeat itself. If the emperor judges us, we shall also accept our punishment. Okay, we got a hateful caller. The bird gains +5 strength and agility. Skellington, sarcophagus key, and Warden's Revelations. What we got? I thought that to be chosen to guard the tomb of St. Sibelius was an honor, but this place is not holy. It is alive. The walls whisper, the stone breathes, and the crystal speaks inside my head. I have learned the truth. St. Sibelius fell at the hands of his followers, a heretic, a traitor. This is his prison, and I am its inmate. We are not keepers of a memory. We are jailers, wardens. The crystal calls, it screams, weeps, howls with familiar voices. Which of these thoughts are my own? Forgive me, Emperor. Forgive us all. That's medium armor. We're wearing medium armor. Is there a reason we're doing that? It doesn't matter. I actually don't need it though. Although the defense value is pretty nice. 28.5. Yeah, put on this one. Let's give this to... Let's give this to Hamar. Oh, he's got tattoos. Okay. Girona. Rusty chains held together by locks clamped down the lid of sarcophagus. Yeah. Let's see here. Cracked vid screen shows no signs of life. The ancient machine is now little more than a tangle of rusty wires and cogs. The solid metal door has neither locks nor bolts. At its base, the sight of rust-streaked scratches tell of someone's futile attempts to claw their way out. Yeah, I guess we just remove the seal. Painfully, slowly, something begins to turn inside the ancient locking mechanism. At last, you hear a click, like the fire of redemption. You light the candles, which immediately begin to melt and give off smoke. The translucent mass trickles down into the gaps of the sarcophagus, lubricating hidden mechanisms. The air fills with the heavy smell of sacred unguents. Recite the litany of pacification. You speak the words of the litany while performing the manipulations it describes. You remove 2 of the purity seals and press the hidden buttons underneath, then touch the skulls in order, causing something within the sarcophagus to start whirring. And lastly, you place your hand on the aquila. As the final word of litany resounds, the aquila under your hand slides down into the base of the tomb, and an ancient, time-forgotten mechanism stirs to life. Inside the sarcophagus are the decayed remains of St. Sibelius. The corpse's fingers are clutching the pole of a folded banner lying at its side. Serving as the final adornment on the pole is a crystal that emits a strange glow. The longer you look at it, the stronger the feeling grows that whatever this finial piece may be, it contains power. The kind of power that will serve only someone willing to risk everything to possess it.
This is a bad thing, Huntress. It reeks of the forbidden, as do those whom the Shapers declare inedible. Destroy it, or leave.
We will break the finial. 1 strike, then another. 5 strikes, and the sinister finial shatters into a blinding crystal spray. For just a moment, you think you see the corpse let out a weak sigh of relief before a thick haze enshrouds you. A sharp pain explodes in your temples, and you find yourself short of breath, as if the corruption released from the crystal is trying to choke you. After a few long moments, you begin to regain your senses, and suddenly realize you are no longer in the shrine of St. Sibelius. Is this the dig site? No.
Photoreactive crystalline structures have been detected. Intense illumination will trigger a responsive light reaction.
The little flashlight follows my cursor. It's... the hell are
The Holy Ordos teach vigilance.
okay? Mina, you're in the realm of focus. Do not look at the reflections, Acolyte. Interesting, but there would be a message in our... Okay. Is there anything else in here? I don't think so. Single-use teleport crystal. Oh. We're in the darkness. I like that our little skulls came with us to this realm. With considerable effort, you manage to focus your attention on the servo ossuarium. The servo skulls swivel toward you, noticing the movement of your head. The binaric trill that reaches your ears is interspersed with strange noises. Establish communication with my companions or the ship. Servo ossuarium gives off a clicking sound before it finally turns on the communication channel. You are stunned by all the screeching and rumbling of the interface. A wave of your hand is enough for the servo skull to turn the box off, but the horrible sound still echoes in your ears, increasingly resembling distorted streams of agony. Turn on the auspex. It takes you a few moments to realize that the auspex's readings are at odds with what you can see. Your equipment alternates between ignoring all objects around you and detecting dozens of moving entities. How do we get out of here? Find me an orientation point. Any will do. The helpfully displayed hololithic grid shows you the only thing you can orient by, an immensely powerful energy source located somewhere beyond your vision. The other readings on the map shift and fluctuate, but the energy source remains constant. How much to choose from? To the energy source, then? No, you cannot be a pariah. Right, blank. I don't think you'll be able to come to this part of the game if you did. Hey, it's Larthier.
Are you trying to confound me, Phantom? You waste your time. I always find the right path.
Oh. Okay. Hey, it's Rakti. Can we get down to her? Maybe. Do not look at the reflections. Wow, that's neat. It's fine. It's fine to be here. Inquisitor Leander de Terral stands in front of you. He looks exactly like he did the last day you saw him alive. Nothing in his appearance reminds you of the tragedy that took his life. Ariadus and Persephone, who stand next to de Terral, look like they did that fateful day aboard Schultes' Valor, exhausted, frightened, and angry. Greetings, Romina. Your comrades asked me for this meeting. I couldn't turn down the request, even though they had to wait for the right moment for this conversation to take place. What do you want from me? Oh, nothing much, just to see what kind of merit earned you this special treatment from the Cabal, traitor. Quiet, I'm not done speaking. The ice of millennia glints into Terral's eyes as he turns his gaze to you. Do you remember Schultes' Valor, Romina? Do you remember it's standing at the crossroads? When I chose to fulfill my duty, when I chose the mission over you, Inquisitor? It's so convenient when you can betray your comrades without a second thought. You'll do anything to curry favor with the Cabal. De Terral raises his hand for silence, and the specters obey, frozen in place, staring off into the distance with their lifeless eyes. Well, you survived. You've got what you wanted. You've seen how everything turned out, so tell me, Romina, knowing the consequences, would you go back and make a different choice? His gaze sears what feels like the very depths of your soul. Bear de Terral's gaze. You lock eyes with your mentor. The image wavers and stretches as if splitting at the seams, and suddenly it seems obvious. No, this is neither the product of delirious mind nor a chance hallucination. It is a facade crafted by someone, and whatever lies beneath it knows that you have seen through the masquerade. The abyss staring back at you through foreign eyes grins in response. You ran over this place, and so I have no choice but to play your game, but don't think you've managed to fool me. Suddenly, de Terral breaks into laughter that sounds nothing like him. Well then, Romina, go and answer my question of your actions. The path of remorse or the path of pride? Make a choice. One you don't even believe in yourself. All path of punishment, all punishments worse than burying. What? Which one's... Okay. Kind of expected no signal.
Always on the move.
Which is which? Well, save in case this is a dumb path. Barad the Fallen, this just went from 0 to 100 real quick. Was it really at 0 before? Master de Thrall stands amidst the raging flames that have consumed Sheltus' valor. Okay. That doesn't go anywhere.
At once.
The door from within Bastion Serpentis that does not belong here. It is typically secured by a lock that opens with special rings. Okay. Accept the inevitable if I click on that. And that opened up paths.
Move it.
I see what we got here. We have one of these. I can have a German moment on stream. This little crystal maze. There's goods. Crystallized Aquila. Whenever the wearer uses push, they gain +0 Veil Terror. 0 plus Veil Terror defense against melee attacks until the start of the next turn. Imperial Aquila thickly encrusted with Xeno crystals. A good Xeno crystal.
Always on the move.
Did I watch the meteor shower at all? I don't know anything about a meteor shower. I'm not able to do that.
Reconnoitering.
Try and find your way out of my crystal maze, acolyte. Ah, what's this? We got goods. The hell? Somebody got their head cut off. Organs +10. A special item that opens doors within Bastion Serpentis. Issued to acolytes who have earned the Inquisitor's trust. Right. Put on the ring.
Keeping my eyes open.
More goods. Upper half of an Adeptus Mechanicus tech priest. Judging by the trails in the dust, the tech priest crawled some distance after losing the lower half. Okay, so this is whatever's been bisecting people. Some kind of a dream.
Grinding from within the skull. Extracted through the nose.
Listen in silence.
The crackle of nails is a melody. The hue of fragility. The pallor of bone laid bare in a wound. Eternity together.
No sense in delaying.
out of game going. We appear to be in some kind of a crystal realm. Because we broke a crystal. The Sister Septima and Millicentilia before you are disturbingly unlike how you last saw them. The Sister of Battles, coated in a layer of dried blood, resembles a granite statue. Only her burning eyes and labored breathing reveal the living human beneath. The Inquisitor opposite seems to not notice the mound of corpses that separates the women. Her gaze is cast far away towards other realms and realities.
Acolyte! Finally you have arrived! Seize your weapon. The hour has come to deliver the cleansing flame to this den of heresy!
What nonsense this fanatic speaks. It makes no difference what becomes of the city above these ruins. All that matters is what lies here.
What happened here?
Purification. Purification for the glory of the God Emperor. The entire Hab Zone is mired in wickedness, and the shrine of Sibelius lies besmirched by corruption. I have stripped them of their temple, their lives, and any chance of redemption. Only the sacred flame can cleanse this corruption.
Burning that which you cannot comprehend. How predictable and foolish. You only need to look closer and open your mind, and you will find the truth. It is here, beneath the soil of Scintilla, waiting for us to accept it.
Appears I'm faced with another choice. Both women fix their eyes upon you. The heat of Promethean blends with the detached chill of plasteel. Mistress Millicentilia, you must hear this.
What? Did you say something?
What truth do you mean?
The truth of those who lived here before us. They knew that nothing of value exists in the present. All of existence strives for the future, and only there, beyond the familiar, is there anything to seek or to desire. There is the triumph of humanity. There is the healing from all diseases and misfortunes. All that happens here and now is meaningless.
We're side cut sisters,
Come with
so
me.
side
We
chick
will
sisters.
cross an
So
ocean of time and be there, far away.
reaching the future while sidestepping the very present that creates it. What utter rubbish! Millicentilia follows a stray glint with her eyes, and again loses interest in you. The desire to flee reality is heresy. I never thought Inquisitor Millicentilia would ever forsake her duty for a deceitful fantasy. Okay. Sister, I have something to say to you. What do you want?
To burn everything to ash. Heretics, their homes, their heritage, their filth and their depravity. For centuries they have dwelt upon land cursed by Xenos. Foul soil has borne corrupted growth.
The nice little R. See what you have become, sister. Are you not meant to save Calixus and its inhabitants? Why are you destroying them now?
They all deserve to die in torment. I will burn them all of them. I will cleanse this world of its corruption.
What happens if we just peace out? None of this is real. Your concerns are none of my affair.
A shame.
Oh. We just get killed. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Never still for long.
So I think if we had not seen through the Phantom, we might not have been able to just say, like, fuck this. So do we get anything if we go in the middle here? No? The second half of the body was found in the strange ruins beneath Marisportum. Okay. So, yeah, we found the legs up in the like the swamp area. So those weird spherical prints were people getting and things getting teleported down here. Okay. Grub is in my lap, and she's purring. She just jumped up. She says, "You've been doing this long enough, and it's time for you to pet me. And love me, and pay attention to me, because I have emotional problems. Doesn't matter that this is your job." Try and escape from my crystal maze, acolyte.
No sense in delay.
Grub, try and escape from my crystal maze. There's no escape from the crystal maze. Blood over here? What's going on? Oh, and that we saw a... Similar spherical patterns. They are generated by the crystal in the center. Source of the tracks is a strange crystal infused with warp energy. Okay. We had seen something.
Come on, Nardo. Pull yourself together. You mustn't eat him. I'm so hungry.
Reconnoitering.
Let me out! In the Emperor's name, I beg you, let me out!
Fellas?
Come on, Marto, you know there's no other way to survive. No one's been here for at least 200 years. Get it?
Stop talking nonsense, Zarev. I don't care if a mine collapse was the only thing that kept you from butchering your fellow workers for food. The rest of us still have a shred of honor left.
The figures are slightly translucent, resembling a surprisingly clear hololithic projection. Neither of the people involved in the debates, nor the rest of the group, seem to notice you. Touch one of the arguing people. Your hand goes right through the figure, causing the individual to shiver as if from cold. The sight of it makes the servo auger buzz frenziedly, as if trying to analyze the captured phenomenon in vain. Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, can you hear me? I'm telling you, we have to survive in the name of the God Emperor. And Marto wants us to die like cowards.
You can't do this.
You can't do this. Those would be the words of someone with no courage to survive at any cost in his name. There's a way out of this, get it? We've been here for how long? And nobody knows how much longer it'll be. Here's the deal. We draw lots. If the God Emperor doesn't favor you, then that's just how it is. But if he protects you, then you've the best chance of lasting until help comes.
The hunger's driven you mad, Zarev. We aren't mutants or damned heretics to eat each other. United with faith in the God Emperor, we will endure.
Hardship is not an excuse to lose your humanity. You are his servants, not shameless beasts.
Hardship is not an excuse to lose your humanity. You are his servants, not shameless beasts. With faith in the God Emperor
These people are all
and
gonna
his
starve
name,
to death now.
one can endure all.
Croxes, you'll die here.
We'll eat him.
Shut up, Zarev.
The rule should be like the first guy to suggest cannibalism is the guy that gets eaten. Like, because if you're really just like doing it for the group, like, oh, we gotta survive this, then that's right. Okay. Jump over. Log 115. I've lost count of the days. We ended up in these caves. Lost 5 people at first through sheer stupidity. Then we got more careful. Zarv suggested we started eating each other. I had to hit him. He just lay there and wept. We found him the next day in the same spot. He'd killed himself. I told everyone not to touch him. He was a troubled lad, but may he rest in peace. All we can do now is wait. Log 116. It came and took everyone, left only me. It must want me to write these final lines. To whoever reads this, we praise the God Emperor until our last breath, and we will praise him after. The vaults of these cursed caves did not break his servants. Know this and tell our families. List the names of all the workers in the crew is attached below. Alright. There was like a ladder before. I wonder where it went. Okay, now. Crystallized body of the worker Zarev. The wounds on his wrists indicate he gnawed through his own veins. And he has no goods.
Moving.
The roots will accept you, sister. No matter what the Shapers say. When I die, absorb my strands. It will make you stronger. I know it.
She was right, it did do that. It did work pretty well for that.
There was never another path. This is the way the leaves fall. This is how we grow. Sleep. The pain will be over soon.
It's not freedom that calls me, but our kin, lost in a cruel galaxy with no guidance or coordinates. When I fulfill my duty and lead their souls out of the abyss, I will return to my path, and to you, my starlight. Motherfucking Larthier. What kind of path you on? What's going on? I didn't survive, Davos. The boss. Accept it. You may mourn your comrades after the mission is complete. You know what, Inquisitor? Go to the void. You can't say that to an Inquisitor. Agent Dev... I still think it's Devos. I recommend you watch your words. Either you obey the order or I shoot you right here like a rabid beast. Oh no.
Performed admirably, 0118B. We'll put you forward for a special citation.
Are you reinforcement? You're too late. The bugs chewed up the guardsmen already. I wanted to shoo them away, but the bugs was too small. You give it a go.
They fell in battle, and the Emperor will honor their sacrifice. Now, get in the transport. Don't keep us waiting.
It was you who released the Void Plague in the Von Putrescera estate on Quadis, was it not? Why, Acolyte Spess?
I was not present at their estate, and I am prepared to provide numerous pieces of compelling evidence to prove it.
Correct. You are well prepared. Fortunately for you, heretical texts were found in the Von Putrescera's possession, so we will consider your actions preemptive.
Alpha 3+ level energy source detected straight ahead. Recommendation. Additional protection for the Acolyte upon approach.
Surroundings analysis?
Based on the collected data, the Acolyte is located in...
The servo herald breaks into a screeching noise and falls silent. Contact the ship or my companions.
Function blocked by incoming unrecognizable litanies. Sacred protocols forbid the deciphering of this type of code.
Okay. Servo Ossuarium's pretty cute. I like her. Your reflection in the crystal is behaving strangely. At first it is subtle, but then it begins to move of its own accord more and more boldly, all while staring intensely into your eyes as if in defiance. It's using the default thing, so it's instead of using my profile, it's using this. Another trial. I pondered, and I had known that sooner or later the moment would come, the moment when I would have to look into my own eyes. The reflection crosses its arms. I pondered, and I was correct. This time I had to decide whether I wished to know more. From the moment I had stepped into this crystalline realm, I had striven to discern the line between truth and falsehood. Had I provided the correct answers to every enigma? Had every secret of knowledge unveiled itself to me? I desired more. All that remained was to consent to letting the knowledge permeate my mind. The knowledge you offer me is tainted. Whatever you propose, reflection, my answer will be no. I remained a foolish, shallow mortal after all, and I came to regret it soon enough. There's a scene like this in Wrath of the Righteous, and Regel's moment in there is very funny.
I see you managed to make it through, small creature, but we still need to find a way out of this trap.
Warning. Critical energy levels of unknown origin detected by full Auspex array.
Is everyone alright?
Servo Ossuarium multi-modular construct is
So I wasn't talking to you.
in standard functioning mode. No blasphemous interference with its integrity detected.
I'm fine, but I'll be better when we make it out of here.
I would describe my physical condition as adequate. As for my mental state, I'd rather not comment.
Fully upload. All good, Commander.
Give me details. What else can you tell me about this energy?
Access to the data repositories of the Bastion Serpentis is currently unavailable. The Servo Ossuarium's data grid does not contain a comprehensive description of the incoming data. Note, based on the observed reaction of the group's organic components, the Acolyte's retinue appears incapable of perceiving the energy under discussion.
Your mindless mechanical contraption is lying. Oh, my soul senses every movement of the energies that weave the phenomenon surrounding us.
Can we advance?
Strong recommendation for the Acolyte, formulated for circumstances similar to the current ones. Quoting, verify the integrity of your mortal shell and the condition of your equipment. Offer praise to the God Emperor and proceed with the mission. From Instructional Notes for Acolytes by Inquisitor Clovis Arnaden.
Perfect.
I smell trouble in the air. We should be cautious.
Picked recorder activated.
Alright. Probably don't have time for another big blowout fight, but we'll see. Oh, that's a lot of dead people, I didn't realize. Servo Ossuarium because it's multiple servo skulls in like one. Bone Warden. Xenos. Establish connection with selected corpses. Take that move or be moved and is immune to any action affecting its morale. Immune to all status effects. At the end of the turn, 9 levels of damage over time effects. Okay. We'll give it a little go. Alright, let's see how this goes. Matthew, do you think you could just, like, start whipping this thing's ass? But why scouts? That's... okay, same... put guidance on the big man. Cast the movement and defense ability. Oh, there's a guy in the crystal. There's a fish in the percolator. A tuna in the percolator. I'll just kill him. Or don't, I guess. Okay, get some dome going on. Let's see here. Can't go again. Close enough. Just start moving up, man. This thing doesn't have morale, right? Let's try. Did that do anything? No. Alright. Just shoot him. Shoot him in the skulls. Maybe that does something. If you want to just like go... Hey, go there. Great. Twice, but deal 25% less damage. That's fine. Actually, let's fan this out a bit. That'll do. Hamar, I think you could just stand right there and just do your thing. Oh yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, he's just not using his focus bullet storm. I don't know why. Very strange. I forgot that he just damages people when he steps on them. A little bit of this. Oh, come on, buddy. Got a huge hammer. Oh, there's a couple of them with huge hammers. No! Stop that. Good God. Well, I was trying to see if we could race it down. I don't think we can, and it's not that big of a deal. Because probably just end the stream if we can't. But that was the plan anyway. What is even going on over here? If you're gonna get anything done, it's gonna be this way.
Don't waste it. It will be done.
Really want to like pitch a grenade into this pile of guys. Might just do that. Get the crystal, birdie. Okay, hold on. Got the chance to do something pretty funny here. Sorry, Cog. It's too funny to not do. Okay, I think every single one of those guys will now burn up on their turn. Yeah. anybody in healing range that you can tap? No. Let's get dash and then heal. None of them really need it though, so just dash out of the way. Oh, okay. I thought that might be what was going to happen. That's not grub. That's the ghost screaming. Okay, that's game. All right, we will come back to this crystal boss battle tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Tuesday. I gotta fix my game. Thanks for dropping in, everybody. And, yeah. We got shotgun vision again? Yes! Weird revolver shotgun. We're almost out of the crystal maze. Later, everybody.